I knew from having seen the trailer of this one that I knew I wanted to watch it. And I knew from having been in cinemas watching the trailer multiple times and having people laugh at the trailer that I wanted to watch this one. Welcome to my review of No Hard Feelings. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and they're movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch perhaps at home this weekend. Although cinemas are air conditioned, it's nice to be in them right now. I went to see No Hard Feelings. I went to a limitless screening, so I got to see it the Monday before it was released on the Friday, so this film is like literally just coming your way this weekend. It's Jennifer Lawrence in quite a different role for her compared to her sort of more recent films that she's done, and she plays somebody who is just trying to get by. She lives in Montauk and is a kind of victim of the fact that it's such a touristy area that people from New York City and sort of the surrounding areas are buying up like holiday homes. People are renting out holiday homes, and so it's just being taken over by tourists. Taxes are going up and up, and she basically is at risk of losing her house. So we see from the trailer that she goes to fairly extreme methods to try and get money to help fund her house. And sees this job advert for date our son in return for a car, which is very convenient given the fact that she's an Uber driver who's just had her car repossessed. Very interesting, quite a good premise. And then what I really liked about the film is I really liked the setting. I think you see, you know, a lot of things set in that area, sort of along the Long Island area, and they're very much like, oh, you know, we go into the city and we do this, and you don't get to see so much people kind of who actually live in the area and who actually live in these like holiday communities. And so, yeah, I really did like the setting, and I liked the fact that she and her friends went off surfing, and she worked at like the Lobster Shack, and she was serving cocktails to the diners, and when they went out for dinner there was lobster available and oysters and clams and everything, and like, you know, I like visiting these places, and so it was really interesting to see the people that actually live in these places. And then there's the fact that Jennifer Lawrence plays a character who is very kind of at home with herself and at home with the fact that she wants to be independent and doesn't necessarily want a relationship. She would be financially free if she could keep paying the taxes on her house. She completely owns the house, but obviously you have to pay property tax in the States, and that can be like fairly hefty. It's not like you just own your house outright and that's it, end of payments, like if you paid off a mortgage here, for example. She's fairly financially buoyant in that sense. She doesn't have, you know, kids and husbands and things like that, and she's fairly kind of confident with her own sexuality as well. She doesn't need to have anyone judge her about wanting to go out and have some sex sometimes but have no strings attached to it, and I really like that about her character. We do see the difference in generations in this film, because obviously the son that she is asked to go and date is younger than her. She sort of slots in somewhere between, like equidistant between his age and his parents' age. So she's 32, still younger than me. And we see her kind of go to a party where there are a lot of children, a lot of people his age who are 19, 18, and sort of she kind of isn't dressed for the occasion and isn't kind of, she uses gay as an insult and gets instantly filmed and kind of like it's put online, and you know, she would get the equivalent of cancelled if she was online and she cared about it, but she doesn't. The like a date my son part is really interesting, because I'm just not sure, you know, just playing devil's advocate, I'm just not sure if you would have a storyline where you've put an advertisement out for an older guy to come and date your younger daughter. So they put for mid to late, I think they were looking for someone mid-20s, so looking for someone 25 to date their 19-year-old son. So I don't think you would have an advert where you put it out for a 25-year-old man to date your 19-year-old daughter because she wasn't world-wise and experienced enough. So there is quite a bit of sort of gender stereotyping here. However, kind of to flip that on its side, I think it's addressing the fact that often in films you will see older guys going for much younger girls, and it's just okay, and nobody mentions the age difference. And so it is kind of, you know, a little bit meta in that sense, in that it's kind of commenting on that, but the advert wouldn't happen, would it be flipped around? So I thought that was really interesting. I really liked watching the male lead, the younger guy, he's called Percy, in the film, come out of his shell and kind of just, without any physical exchange happening between the two of them, him coming out of his shell and changing and becoming more confident and becoming more open because of how self-assured she is and because of how sure of her own kind of beliefs and place in life she is. He's so uncertain and has to ask his parents everything, and is worried about going into somewhere, and is worried about, you know, getting his driver's license and things like that. And she really does help with his self-confidence without anything physical happening. And so I really like that they told that story. I think that the actor who plays Percy, I don't think I've seen him in anything else, but I thought that he was absolutely fantastic. His acting was very measured. It was quite sort of like calm and like scared when it needed to be, but then as he was coming out of his shell, he just kind of became, it was almost like he was mirroring her way of handling things and her body language and her way of talking in a way that would have naturally happened in that situation. And I just thought that he did a really, really good job. Obviously there are some sort of slapstick comedy moments in this one, which is interesting. And then, yeah, there's obviously some like sexual comedy moments in this one. There is nudity in this one. And again, it's not really sort of mentioned. It's not commented on, she's just okay with it, and I think that that's great, and I really enjoyed the way that was handled. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know if you've seen this one, you know, what do you make of that? Or it wouldn't have happened that they'd advertised for someone older to date their younger daughter, but it probably would have happened that a 19-year-old would have gone for like a 30-year-old guy, and it would have just been okay. Let me know, yeah, what you think of that. Like, is it sort of commenting on the narrative? Is it switching it? Is it pushing it too far? But again, it was really great to see a woman in a film who is like secure with herself and secure in what she wants and what she needs. And I really liked that. And I really liked the fact that she was kind of trying to fix her problems herself by going out and doing something about it. I really like that. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? The whole cinema laughed at multiple points. I enjoyed the fact that I went there and I laughed and I left feeling good. I did have some questions and it did make me think. And so I think, you know, that's all you can really ask for in a film. So yeah, if you're looking for something to laugh at this week, if you're looking for something that's a bit more adult in content, and if you're looking for something that's kind of different from the norm, then absolutely you should. Is it something you have to see on the big screen? No, you could wait and watch this one at home. But I think it is a good value for your cinema going money, and it would be something to discuss with friends as well. So it's a yes from me and a recommendation from me. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. As always, if there is a particular movie you want to hear my thoughts on next week, do let me know. However, I know for a fact that I have a review of the new Disney Pixar movie coming your way next week. So you're not going to want to miss that. So make sure you've hit that notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss out on that when it hits your subscription feed next weekend. I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.